Welcome to Equations, lesson number 4, simplifying on the same side and solving. So we're progressing through our unit on equations. We've started with one-step equations using mental math and opposite operations. We've progressed to 2 steps with opposite operations. And now today we're going to look at bringing in a little bit of the stuff that we worked on in the last unit on algebra rather, which is combining some like terms before we start that process of solving. And sometimes we're going to need to do that. Sometimes there'll be a lot of different terms, or I guess not a lot of different terms, but more than one term on one side of an equation. And then if we can find some like terms, we should combine them first or simplify them before we start the solving process. We should always try to have the fewest number of terms possible before we start solving so we have an accurate picture. So let's have a look at example number 1. Simplify the following equation before solving. So we have 2a plus 3a equals 15. So our first step is to find two terms that are alike if they're there, and there's a 2a and a 3a, so they both have the same variable raised to that same exponent that, although it's not written, is 1 for each of them. So we have two like terms, 2a and 3a, and we are going to combine them. And 2a and 3a will give us 5a's. We combine the coefficients out front like integers. That's a plus 2a and a plus 3a. We're going to have a positive 5a. So we combine the integer piece and keep the variable. And then the right side of our equation just has 15 on it. From this point, once we've combined all of the like terms we can find, and that's all the like terms there are, now we're going to say, all right, where's my variable? There's my variable. It is a. What is happening to my variable? In this case, only one thing. It's being multiplied by 5. So how do we undo multiply by 5? We are going to divide by 5. But we need to do that to both sides of the equation to keep it equal. A multiply by 5, divide by 5, they undo each other. So they're gone. We now have a equals 15 divided by 5 gives us 3. So now we're going to do a check. So let's do our check to see if this is correct. We have on the left side of our equation, we have 2a plus 3a, and we think that a is going to be equal to 3. So let's substitute in values of 3 every time we see an a, and now let's do some math. So this is actually multiplication here, and then we're going to add the product of this multiplication here. So we have 2 times 3 gives us 6, plus 3 times 3, which is 9. And 6 plus 9 is going to give us 15. That's the left side of our equation. Let's look at the right side of our equation. Right side of our equation, we go back up to the top, is actually equal to 15, which is awesome because the number on the left side and the right side of our equation is the same. Therefore, we can say that the left side is equal to the right side, and happy face, since we got a right answer of a equals 3 for our variable. So this idea of simplifying, it doesn't just have to apply to terms of variables. It could actually apply to constant terms as well. So let's have a look at example A. We have 10b equals 9 plus 11. So we look at the left side of our equation. We have 10b. There's only one term there, so there's nothing to simplify. On the right side, however, we can simplify. We have a 9 plus 11. If we were going to simplify that, that's just two integers. Let's say, again, we didn't write it in, but that is a positive 9 plus a positive 11. That is going to give us a positive 20 on the right side of our equation. So that's as simple as we can get it. So let's have a look at our variable, which is right here, b. And what's happening to b? It's being multiplied by 10. So how do we undo that? The opposite of multiply by 10 is to divide by 10. We need to do that to both sides of our equation. So these two operations, multiply by 10, divide by 10, they have undone each other. That means we've got b on the left side of our equation, and 20 divided by 10 is going to leave us 2. So we have some space. Let's get to our check to see if our answer is correct. So the left side of our equation is equal to 10 times b. That's going to be 10 times 2. Or 20 once we work it out. The right side of our equation is equal to 9 plus 11, which is equal to 20. So we have the left side of our equation, right side of our equation. They are equal. Therefore, we can say that the left side is equal to the right side and put a happy face on it since we got the right answer for B. So what I'd like you to do here is try example B on your own. I'd like you to hit pause in the video and give it a try. When you've got an answer, including your check, come on back and we'll see how you did. Okay, let's get a look. We have, looking on the left side of our equation, we have 4D minus D, so these are like terms. If we combine these like terms, we have 4D minus, and again we didn't write it in, but it would be there, minus 1D is going to give us 3D on the left side of our equation, and the right side of our equation we're going to leave as a 12. That's all the simplifying we can do. So now we find our variable, still D. We are going to undo whatever's being done to it. It's being multiplied by 3. We undo that by dividing both sides by 3. The multiply by 3, divide by 3, they undo each other. We are left with D, and 12 divided by 3 gives us 4. So let's do a check. See if this answer checks out. So on our left side we have 4D minus D. So that's going to look like 4 times 4 minus 4. That's going to look like 4 times 4 is 16. Minus 4 is going to give us 12. So let's try the right side of our equation now. The right side of our equation is equal to 12. So again, let's have a quick gander. Right side equal to 12. Left side equal to 12. Therefore, the left side equals the right side. Happy face. All good things. That is a weird looking head. All good things. That's much better. Work out in the end. So this is the end of lesson number 4. If you're feeling good with this concept, head off to the worksheet and I'll see you in lesson number 5.